Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Ahmed Ali, founder of Draw a Smile. Ahmed has spread joy with Ramadan meal distributions. He's also volunteered near the Rafah border supporting Palestinian children. We're thrilled to have him on the show this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here again. So I would like to ask you, how long have you had this initiative for?
So I've been volunteering since I was 15.
Wow.
So it's been around 21 years so far, alhamdulillah. This initiative specifically, since I moved to Dubai 7.5 years ago, that's when I first started getting involved in different volunteering activities here in Dubai. And then 5 years ago, I met Bobby from Classic Catering, the kitchen where we're doing the meals. And alhamdulillah, every single year we've been there every day doing as many meals as we can.
Wow. Where did you grow up that you started volunteering when you were 15? London. And what were you doing then?
Everything. So I started volunteering in my school, helping in the summer holidays, getting paid for moving stuff around from the labs when they were moving around. And then started getting involved in homeless projects on the streets, giving out meals on the streets. Recycling, doing events, fundraising events. Alhamdulillah, I've gotten involved in a lot of things over the years.
That's amazing. And did that come from your family, your surroundings? Was everyone else donating as well? So it's something you just started joining, or did it just come from you? Where do you think it came from?
I think I just found that my passion is to help people and to make an impact wherever I can. And my message is that together we can achieve anything, even if it's just one meal at a time or one dirham at a time or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be big, because a lot of people think that if I want to do good, I have to do so, I have to go big. No, actually, just one person, if every single one of us does one meal, for example, we've done 1 million meals. So I try and encourage people to do something positive a day.
Amazing.
Speaking of meals, how many meals do you give out daily?
So yesterday, for example, we hit the biggest one for this year so far of 2,000 meals. Yes, the day before we did 1,500. The day before 1,576. The day before one. So it really just depends on how many meals have been purchased, because it's all down to how many meals are bought. To be honest.
How was it setting up Draw a Smile? Tell us where the initial idea comes from. Is it always throughout Ramadan, or do you do things throughout the year?
So Draw a Smile started in 2009. I was frustrated that I wanted to do some good, and I couldn't really find many places to do it, especially in Egypt. I'm originally Egyptian. So I decided, let me start my own initiative. I can fundraise myself and see, what we can do in London and bring the community together at the same time of making an impact in the community in Egypt. So we started in 2009, literally just created a quick Facebook post saying, guys, next Friday, let's have a meeting. And then since then, it just grew, alhamdulillah. So since I moved to Dubai, we've created just a volunteer group. So we have a WhatsApp group of 1,000 people at the moment. So I had to create another group because the capacity is too full for WhatsApp. We try and get involved throughout the whole year. So for me as well, it's not just Ramadan. I mean, it's great that everybody helps during Ramadan, but people are in need throughout the whole year. So even if it's, every Sunday, for example, we do little snack packs for the workers, just to show our appreciation to the delivery drivers, the gardeners, the security guards. And it's a pack of paratha, a juice, a crisp, a biscuit, nothing too, too expensive. It's just a little appreciation to show all the hard work that the laborers and workers do for us.
So nice.
Can you elaborate on the specific initiatives Draw a Smile undertakes?
So Draw a Smile specifically, because we're a volunteer group, we get involved in different initiatives as much as we can. My first initiative that I got involved with was with the Ma'idat Rahman program 7 years ago. It was in Al-Quz, and they hired out a football pitch, and we were packing Ramadan boxes every day. We did around 2,000, 3,000 boxes, and then we'd go distribute. So specifically, Draw a Smile just gets involved in whatever and wherever we can. I mean, there isn't anything specific. Ramadan is mainly iftar meals and so on. We also do iftar meals in Egypt, and we support in other parts as well. So we try and do what we can with our little resources.
I want to ask where the resources come from, but also just, it sounds like what you're doing is just phenomenal for one person to to be giving back in every way possible. Can I ask, do you work?
I do. I do, but what I've learned is, so I used to work in construction, and when I was in London, I used to hide in the bathrooms because I was used to be so exhausted from all the charity work that I do after work that I just used to nap in the bathroom for 20 minutes. So it is exhausting. I do have a full-time job, but alhamdulillah, my full-time job now, I'm an operations manager for a global Australian NGO. It's still within my passion as well. So alhamdulillah, I'm privileged to be able to do that as a full-time job as well.
Amazing.
That's actually amazing, but of course, like it's not easy to stay and juggle both at the same time. So what would you say is your motto in life?
Together we can.
Wow.
Together we can. Because honestly, I mean, a lot of people think for you to do good, you need to go big. You need money. You don't need money. Money helps. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, anyone can go out and you can open the door for someone and just say thank you. That's you doing something and drawing a smile on someone's face. I mean, you don't have to do anything major to make an impact. And this is what I try and encourage people. I mean, on my social media, I've been posting a positive quote every day for the last 6 years. Every single day, I post something positive because everyone scrolls through social media and you see so much out there. I'm like, why not post something that someone can relate to? Alhamdulillah, it works. Someone messages me saying, I really needed to hear that today. That's changed my mood or whatever. So there's little tips and tricks that you can do just to make your day, make someone's day better.
Speaking of making someone's day better, so what you're doing at the moment during Ramadan Dubai is incredible, but you've also been volunteering with children close to the Rafah border.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about that.
So with my role as operations manager at MATW, I've had the privilege to travel around the world. I've gone to Egypt, onto the border with Rafah. We've had some trucks go through. We've done a total of 78 trucks from Egypt full of medical aid, food aid, and so on. So I had the privilege to go to Rafah and visit some of the Palestinian families that have entered into Rafah, those that are getting treated. And we went and gave them some toys and had a fun evening with them.
We keep hearing in the news that it's difficult for the trucks to get through. What's actually happening?
Politics. So trucks are still going in every day, but it's very limited. So that's why they started doing all the airdrops. And I know yesterday the UAE did the 10th one yesterday.
Yes.
So I think everyone's doing what they can, to be honest, because it's a very volatile situation, and every day something changes. So you just have to adjust to whatever's happening on that day. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you just have to do what you got to do.
So you just mentioned a lot of obstacles. What motivates you to continue aside from all of the obstacles? Like, don't you give up? Don't you think sometimes like, hey, this is not working?
I do, and it gets very tiring. Managing a big group gets very tiring. But alhamdulillah, we have, like in the kitchen, we have the classic catering guys that are doing an amazing job, and they deal with all of the cooking, that front. So I don't have to deal with that side. I just seeing the smiles of the workers when you give them a meal, or just when you do something good for someone and you see their reaction, to be honest, that's priceless. And I encourage everyone, and what I also want to try and organize at some point is organize trips abroad for people to go out and physically get involved in projects all over the world. Because alhamdulillah, we're very privileged here in the UAE, and I think people, when you go out, I was in Bangladesh a few months ago for work, and just seeing people and how basic life people are living, and they're so happy. I would encourage people to travel the world and do good.
So, like you mentioned, at the Rafah border, you were giving out toys, and to people who donated, and then maybe they've stopped. Like, is that impactful? What were the reactions like when you were donating to children in Palestine?
To be honest, it's priceless. I mean, these children have gone through so much. I mean, none of us can imagine, because so we've seen a lot of children. The 5-year-old children seem like they're 15. They're matured a lot faster because of everything that they've gone through, and they've just had to they've had to move around their life just to become the men in the family for a lot of them. So a lot of them are a lot older than they seem. Yes, they are children, but at the end of the day, they've matured a lot faster. It does make an impact. I would encourage people to continue to support. This isn't over yet. you know, there's still going to be a lot happening over the next few months and a year, and who knows when it's going to finish. But just even if it's 1 dirham a day, you don't have to give 10,000 today. Give one dirham a day, and at least it's consistent. And if we all give 1 dirham a day, at least we're putting 10,000 dirhams in the kitty every day. Just keep it small and sustainable.
100%. We always talk about this on our show, but you must have as well faced a lot of obstacles, while donating and participating with your humanitarian, I would say, movement in Gaza. What are some of the obstacles that you have faced?
So I think with technology now, there's a lot of ways of being able to contribute and to support. Alhamdulillah, there are so many organizations as well. I think the UAE make it very easy for you to donate through all of the local entities. You also have all of the international entities that are doing amazing work on the ground. I know a lot of people have messaged saying, "Oh, can I go to Egypt and go to the border and help and so on." Rafah is very restricted for expats or for non-Egyptians. Even Egyptians need a specific permit to go. So I would say just do whatever you can, research whatever is available, because I know every day something changes and organizations come in and things happen. So I guess every day you just need to figure out what there is, and there are so many resources now online available to support.
Interesting. Let's. Our time is drawing to a close, but if we could just bring it back to Dubai, because I feel like we've brushed over. Well, look, because what you're doing is amazing. Bring it back to Dubai. So, what is the process of what happens each day? How many volunteers do you have? You mentioned the number of meals, but how are you getting the meals out, and can we join?
Yes. So, if you go to my Instagram page, All Classic Catering, there's a link to purchase a meal. It's 10.5 dirhams for a meal. The more meals we have, the more meals we can pack and distribute on that day. So I guess I encourage people to donate, to purchase meals, support the kitchen, and it's if you go into my Instagram, you'll be able to find the link as well to the WhatsApp group where I post in it the opportunities every day. So many people want to volunteer, but we don't have that many slots every day. It depends on what's happening in the kitchen, but we do what we can every day to help.
Okay, amazing. And your Instagram is, so we can get the WhatsApp link?
Ahmed, Ahmed Ali 12374. I don't know. Don't ask what the 12374 is.
Well, I looked up Ahmed Ali before the show and I couldn't find you, so that's why Ahmed Ali 12374. There you got it. 8, 9, 10 on a Tuesday morning. Ahmed Ali, the founder of Draw a Smile. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
That brings us to the end of the show. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.